With so many seed options, how do you decide what to actually put into your garden? If you're anything like me, you have a ton of seeds because you just like to buy seeds. This time of year, we go crazy and we order all the things. But when we are planning for our 2025 garden, how do we go through those seeds and determine what we are going to grow? So I've got my handy dandy seed pack kit here. Oh, let's go through the tomatoes and let's see um, how I determine what I'm going to put in my garden. And then we can use that to apply to other seeds. My first tip is going to be grow something that you know your family is going to eat. My family loves tomatoes, so there's no issues about what type of tomato we're growing in that regard. Tip number 2, what are your goals for tomatoes this year? I have a lot of goals and I need a lot of versatility. So I'm now going to go through the seeds and pick out which ones are going to be my most versatile use. So we just sort through all the seeds here. So right off the top, I know that I can do out with my cherry tomatoes because for this first step, I'm looking for something that is the most versatile. All right, so just doing that first round, it narrowed it down to this many varieties. From here, I'm going to take a look at, I want to have salsa, I want to have sauce, I want to have diced tomatoes, and I want to have like stewed tomatoes. So when I'm thinking about those things, which ones do I personally prefer for those things? So it's going to be a red tomato. So sorry, Dr. Witchies, you're out. Sorry, Kellogg, you're out. The Black Beauties, you're out. And Paul Robeson, you're out. Okay. So same thing with the San Marzano. These things are good, but they're small, and I don't want that. So then I am left with 4 varieties here. From there, I want to decide which ones of these are going to be my best growers. How many fruit are they going to, or how much fruit are they going to produce during the season? So looking at all these, I've got Triple L crop tomato, a Marion tomato, mortgage lifter, and beefsteak. All of these are pretty decent on producing, but I'm going to go ahead and nix the triple crop and the Marion because they're a slightly smaller tomato than these other 2 options, which are the classic beefsteak and the mortgage lifter. They're both going to give me 1 to 2 pound fruits. They're well suited for my area of the United States. I am in zone 6A. They have roughly the same maturity time, so there's not going to be a big difference in their time. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hold on to both of these and do a mix of both of these in the garden because these are also very versatile tomatoes. I can use either of them to make sauces. I can use these to make diced tomatoes and salsa and stew tomatoes and all the things that I want to make this season. These 2 tomatoes can do it for me. I also need some snacking tomatoes. So snacking tomatoes, I'm going to go back through here. This is where I'm going to take a look at those cherry tomatoes. I have 4 varieties of cherry tomatoes. So let's go through my litmus test here. Which ones do I personally like and that my family will eat? We've got yellow pear, we've got a 42-day tomato, and we've got gobstopper tomatoes. So right off the bat, I know that I can nix the gobstopper tomato because my wife doesn't really care for those much. So then that leaves us with just 2. So the 42-day tomato. With these my family likes these. They are going to be perfect for snacking and salads. They are they have a short maturity window and they're prolific. So it's a great choice. And then these ones, these yellow pear, these are just my personal favorite. I love them. So once again, both of these are going to go into the garden. So that leaves us with 4 varieties of tomato that is going to go into the garden. Mortgage lifter, classic beefsteak, yellow pear, and a 42-day cherry tomato. So these four are how I landed, or what I landed on. And I landed on them by determining what my family enjoys to eat, what my intended use for them are, how versatile they are, and what does their growing season kind of look like as well. How much space do I need to dedicate to them? Also, how expensive are these in the store? So yeah, you can get some tomatoes at a pretty decent price, but like when you get into like those cherries, even regular cherry tomatoes are getting kind of expensive in the store right now. So cherry tomatoes and those pear tomatoes, those are going to be really expensive to purchase, whereas I can just grow them on my own and um, be more than happy with that, and it'll save me money. So this is the process that I'm taking through each set of my seeds and each variety of plant that I'm putting in the garden to best determine what I want to grow this season. So with that, if you have questions, let me know. Put them in the comments below, send me a message, whatever. I'll do my best to answer them, but that is the process that I am taking to best determine what seeds um, to select and grow in the garden. Make sure you're following along because in my next video, we're going to go over how to determine our seed starting schedule, which is very important to get a jump start on the growing season, especially if you are in a northern state where you have a much shorter growing season. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Bye.